Okay, next up, I have the shoulder work for Henry here. So what I want to do is bring his hand right over the shoulder. His palm is going to be facing down by his feet. He's going to try to hold this position to test his shoulder. He's basically going to recruit his shoulder and keep it stable. With the long lever here, not making a fist, all right, I want to try to guide it down by his opposite hip. So I'm going across his body with a little bit of pressure. So that's why I'm standing on this side of him, okay? I'm going to be watching out, make sure his trap doesn't take over and he's trying to like shrug up his shoulder, right? So we want his pecs to do their job to recruit this. So I'm going to give him a 3, 2, 1, hold. All right, and so he's trying his best. Like there was some jerks there. His signal's on, but we're not quite producing the force we need to. 3, 2, 1. All right, so it doesn't take much to overcome that. Good job, though. All right, facing away from the camera, but 3, 2, 1. A little better on this side, but I think you have more trap going on. Let's just keep that shoulder blade pinned down. 3, 2, 1, hold. Yeah, you're still doing pretty good. All right. Good signal, not great on the performance side. All right, so we're going to improve that. So for this part, I'm going to come right along the collarbone. So think about this little bone that comes right along on the base of your neckline, all right, right above the top of the pec. I want to be on the soft tissue side, or just below that collarbone, but it's really like energetic. There's a lot of energy on that. Okay, it's also going to feel very vulnerable, and he's going to have a lot of like flinches from that. Okay, but center sternum out. Okay, so stay on the muscle of the pec, right below the collarbone. And I'm just using a couple of fingers, scrubbing little circles. And I'm going to come out to the AC joint, so right on the front corner, in front of the shoulder there, and you can feel where it just kind of cuts you off. And I'm going to go through a few passes, and maybe even come down a 1/2 inch on the pec muscle, stimulating that pec. And then there's a site. If I took his collarbone and I found his nipple and I came down that pec, probably 2 inches below the collarbone, right above where the nipple location is, I'm going to press down a little bit on the pec towards his rib cage, and I'm just going to do a little bit of a circle press in there. And that's just going to stimulate a little bit more of that pec. Good. Same thing for the other side, base of the collarbone. First pass kind of light. Come down a little bit. Work a little deeper as you get to the thicker tissue. Good. Right above the nipple, we got a couple inches down. Yeah, we got a deep trigger point right in that right pec. And that's where we start getting the reaction. All right, nice job. Good. Okay, so we're ready to retest. So we got the hand right over the shoulder, open palm. I'm pushing towards his opposite hip, watching out for his trap takeover. He's going to go hold that arm. 3, 2, 1. Stay strong. So much better, right? So much better. Very stable. All right. Same thing here. 3, 2, 1. Hold. Just great. So love that you can just see reactions like that happen so fast, especially for really important muscle groups that you know you're going to be working out in your training session. So it's good on that.